Previously on Happy Town.
I think we should get you checked out.
All I really want is my hammer back.
I'm gonna kill your old man.
Do I know you?
Andrew, you're under arrest.
Can I borrow your creamer?
Did you put something in my milk?
Why do they call him the Magic Man?
He had an ability to make people disappear that bordered on the mystical.
2 more minutes, Mommy. She's gone.
Rachel! I don't know where you are, but I need you to hear me. All right? Because something's happened, Pop. Something real bad. And you might be the only person in the world who can help me.
All right, listen up. Come on, gather around. All right, I want 2 teams combing the 600 block of Walton Street. I want 1 team on Mill Street. You find so much as a freshly chewed piece of gum, you radio me immediately. Understood?
How's this one, boss?
Fellas, meet your missing person.
Yes, sir.
All right? Take copies, start wallpapering the town.
All right. Excuse me.
Farmer. Yeah, you get anything off that Conroy phone dump?
Look, it's no secret Tommy Conroy and I ain't exactly bosom buddies. Bryce got out of prison. So what, I'm just gonna roll back into town, snatch a sheriff's wife.
Sure, Rachel was always talking about moving to California, but I don't think she'd go without Tommy and Emma. Not without her family.
No.
Hey, Georgia. Hey, no talking, Andrew. You use the can and then you're back to yourself. Come on.
Tell me again.
I already told you.
When was the last time you saw your mommy?
She said she went outside the jumpy castle for me, but when I came out, she wasn't there. Where'd she go?
I don't know, baby. I don't know. Just wait here. Where'd you get those?
I went by your house. It was on the front porch.
Oh, it's just a matter of time. Georgia, can you just stay with Emma for me, please?
Sure, Tommy. Anything I can do to help out.
Any luck?
Nothing. Did you talk to Greggy Stivaletto?
Plenty of people saw him at Thought Fest after Rachel disappeared. What's that?
Georgia found him at my house.
Damn it, Tommy, I'm sorry.
It could be just a copycat. I mean, someone who knows that the Magic Man always sends dead flowers to the victim's family.
All right, well, just get him to the lab, okay? We're setting up a trap and trace at your place in case any ransom calls come in.
Okay, great. Did you guys find anything yet?
Not yet, but I have total confidence in your team to handle this investigation from here on in.
Our team?
Just got a call from Captain Frost. I'm being called back to St. Paul. Apologies for the short notice. Let's start packing it up, fellas.
Now, how convenient that the Stadies can do a peace out just when they're needed here the most.
Rachel's gone, Pop. She's gone. She just disappeared in the middle of Thought Fest last night. Where did you go? Where the hell did you go?
You all right, Tommy? Want me to take it from you?
I got it.
Tommy? Personal differences aside, I am praying for Rachel's safe return. We all are.
Thanks, John.
Don't lose hope, Sheriff. We're here for you. For support and as a resource. When our daughter Lauren was taken by the Magic Man, it was very tough for us, but we pulled together, and we'll help you through this too.
I'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Tommy. Have faith. Come on, sweetie.
What do you want to start looking at?
Rachel was taken in the middle of a crowd. No witnesses, just like the
Like
others.
the other Magic Man victims. You don't want to go down that road, Tommy. I mean, as it is, we're not putting any details on the wire. If the papers even get a whiff of this...
You can't ignore it. It's the same pattern.
Look, I thought you said we're going to start looking at somebody in the town who might have a beef with you.
It's
now
about...
now you're thinking it's about the Magic Man.
It's about everything, Roger. We have to look at everyone.
Look, you weren't thinking about using those poor families as a resource, are you?
Tom and I already know the best resource in town. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, Pop? Oh, God. Can you hear me? Pop!
Go see the Englishman.
What'd you say?
Go see the Englishman.
Greaves.
I don't believe we've been formally introduced. It's very nice to meet you, finally, Tommy Conroy. Or should I say Sheriff?
I'm bringing you in for questioning in the disappearance of Rachel Conroy, or should I say my wife. So, tell us, Mr. Greaves, how long have you been living in Haplin?
Just shy of 4 months.
Brought you here from Manchester.
I'd long been searching for a quaint and cozy town in which to hawk my wares. Am I a suspect, Sheriff?
Let's just say you're a person of interest. Immense interest. Now, it says here you listed no previous address when you rented out the House of Ushers.
I seldom settle anywhere for very long.
What are you running from, Mr. Greaves?
I travel in order to collect trinkets for my store. You're never going to find an original, undamaged print of Les Enfants du Paradis by swinging in the hammock, sipping ice drinks. A certain amount of wayfaring is required. But I'm happy to have settled here in Haplin, where apparently you can be considered guilty without reasonable cause or explanation.
Wasn't it true that you left Thawfest last night approximately 8:30 p.m., a half hour before Rachel's abduction?
That is true.
Isn't it also true that Haplin enjoyed 5 years of peace before your arrival?
Also true.
So, you understand our immense interest, don't you, Mr. Greaves?
Certainly. Except, of course, last night, while Rachel was being kidnapped, I was enjoying a rousing game of spades with the Merry Widows of Meadows boarding house over glasses of gin whippy. And I'm sure the widows will corroborate my story. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I did not kidnap your wife.
Why did my father send me to talk to you?
Because I'm a collector, Sheriff. I collect many things, not just movie props. I collect information.
Information?
I'm the Magic Man.
His name's Aiden. No, I don't know where he lives. Of course I know how important this is. Don't worry, I'll get it back.
Morning, Henley. We're making sandwiches for the volunteer search teams.
Search teams? What search teams?
Haven't you heard? Rachel Conroy went missing last night during Fallfest.
Missing? What happened?
She was taken, abducted, seized, snatched. I've said it before, and I will say it again. It is no coincidence that Greggy Stivaletto comes back into town, fresh from the slammer, the same day that Rachel goes missing.
Who's Greggy Stivaletto?
Why, you should know better than anyone, my dear. He gave you a ride home last night.
And a kiss.
What was he in jail for?
Murder.
Seven victims of the Magic Man. You're the so-called expert. Tell me what you know. What do all these people have in common?
It's not about the people, Sheriff. It is about the act. 7, now 8 people disappear in the middle of a crowd, and yet there are no witnesses. How? He is performing the most basic and elementary of magic tricks here. Sleight of hand.
Magic tricks?
Mr. Greaves, my wife is out there somewhere, and you are wasting my time.
Tell me, are you familiar with early cinema? There is a German film from 1923 called The Blue Door. Impenetrable at first. It took repeated viewings to truly understand it. I had to go back to the beginning of the film.
If you don't start speaking English, you're gonna have plenty of time to ponder its meaning sitting in our holding cell.
It would be unwise to lock me up. I can be an asset. And besides, what grounds can you hold?
I would say failure to cooperate with police is enough.
I have cooperated. It is you who are not listening. I've told you what you need to know. You have to go back to the beginning.
That is enough! Kelvin! Would you please show Mr. Grease to his new digs?
You'll never find your wife, Sheriff, unless you start looking at these cases with fresh eyes.
Let's go. Now you know we can only hold this guy for 24 hours.
I know.
Why do you think this guy knows something, Tommy?
Because I trust Griff, Roger.
I brought you some Gerber daisies. They were always Alice's favorite.
Rachel.
How can this be, Griffin? I thought we took care of this long ago. I need you to come out from wherever you've gone and tell me. How can this be?
I don't know what you're selling, but you can put me down for 10 of them. No, 11.
I'm looking for Greggy.
Of course you are. They're all looking for Greggy.
Yeah, he's inside.
Greggy's back from the long place.
He sure is.
Pretty girls start coming by again.
Whomper like it!
Nice place you got here, Aiden.
Well, it's about time you showed up.
You were expecting me?
Eventually. See, I made you waffles yesterday, too. Had to feed them to the goats when you didn't show up.
That why you took my hammer? To ensure a second date?
Maybe. Or maybe I didn't want to get clubbed in the head when you found out who I really was. I know blood when I see it.
Why'd you lie to me?
I don't know. Maybe because I just got out of the penitentiary. Didn't seem like a pickup line with a lot of mileage to it. But on to a much more important question. Do you take your waffles with or without whipped cream? My secret ingredient. Cinnamon. Yeah, I put cinnamon in almost everything. Might even say I'm obsessed with it. You know, since the beginning of time, cinnamon has been used for everything from currency to embalming the dead. But I think that it makes a hell of an aphrodisiac.
You know what? All I really want is my hammer back.
Oh, I think you'll change your mind once you tasted this. What'd I tell you, beautiful?
Tell you, fair-weather farmers got some nerve splitting now. As if it's not bad enough, Riddle's killer's still at large. Now Rachel goes missing.
We question most of Rachel's friends and coworkers. She doesn't have enemies.
No, that's a bad sign. We haven't had so much as a ransom call. Oh, how's Emma holding up, TC?
Yeah, good as can be expected. She's home with Georgia now.
You been here all night?
Yeah, I figure I could either lie in bed awake or come here and try to make sense of this thing.
TC, Earl Braven's truck was found abandoned in the woods near Max Pond. Neighbors say it's been there since Thawfest.
Well, Braven wasn't happy when we hesitated to arrest Andrew for breaking his beak.
Well, let's head over to Braven's now.
So what's her name?
Who?
There's only one of three reasons why a bright and handsome young lad like yourself would be spending his night in the slammer. Money, alcohol, or women.
And what are you in here for? What, is it against the law now? To be creepy?
Since you're a Haplin, I know it's not money, and there's nothing remotely bibulous about you, so let me ask you again. What's her name?
It's complicated.
Complicated? Yeah. There's a new one. Now take it from me. We are plucked from this earth almost as soon as we are planted here. So you and Complicated should seize the day.
Dad.
Free to go, Andrew. Got an appointment with Judge Ventura on Tuesday. Probably looking at some community service.
Thank you. Dad, can we please save the you don't know how much of a disappointment you are to this family lecture until we get home? Please.
You know, part of me was actually glad that you were in this cell the night of Thawfest. So the magic man wouldn't take you away from me, too.
You all right, Dad?
Yeah, I'm fine. Come on, let's go home.
What?
got a ram? It's in the back, but I can blow this place down with one puff.
Yeah, just in case. Hey, Tommy, hold up. I got a couple of tough questions I gotta ask you. Strictly protocol.
What is it?
You and Rachel have any marital problems?
No.
Money problems?
None.
Rachel have access to a large amount of cash? Or...
Well, she's been stuffing in the mattress without me knowing.
Oh, yeah, one other thing. What's with the muddy shovels in the back?
Shovels?
Muddy shovels. Look, Tommy, you gotta understand. Anytime a woman goes missing and her husband's been digging holes, any detective worth his salt is gonna ask the questions.
Understood. I was helping Big Dave plant some spruce saplings in his ma's backyard.
Spruce, huh?
Yeah, spruce.
It's a little early for that. Still mean frost in the morning.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me. But what Mrs. Duncan wants, Mrs. Duncan gets, right? Guess we didn't need the ram.
Mr. Braven.
Carl!
Jeez. This place always this messy?
Yeah. Now you know why Georgia spends so much time in our place.
Hobbs. We gotta get to the bready.
What is it?
Let's go, Tommy.
Hobbs, what is it?
That's the ticket, Carl. Quiet as a mouse.
I don't know how many different ways I gotta ask you, Carl. What's it gonna take, Carl? What's it gonna take? Carl, take Carl. What's it gonna take, Carl? What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take?
All right, everybody, make some space, okay? Back up a little bit. Everybody take 2 steps back.
Is it her, TC? Is it her?
Is that Rachel's ring, Tommy?
That's Rachel's ring. But that's not Rachel's hand.
Sirens ring, shots ring out, a stranger cries, screams out loud. I had my world strapped across my back, held my hands, never knew
I think you have more than earned your prize, pretty lady.
was a homeless man singing songs I knew completely.
Thank you.
From the steps below.
You know, you still haven't told me. Why were you in jail?
I was in a bar in Minneapolis with my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And these biker guys started talking smack about Baby Boy. Now look, I love my brothers, but they're about as sharp as a bag of wet mice. Fight broke out. I hit this one biker and he just kind of fell awkwardly. Broke his neck. Dead when he hit the ground. We ran. But they found me eventually here in town and sent me away. Manslaughter. You still feel like kissing me?
Carl? Yo, Carl.
Good boy, Carl. No need to drag that pretty little daughter of yours into this mess. Not again.
Just like moonbeams, look out the window, down upon that street. Gone like midnight was that man, but I see his sixth string laid against the wall, and all his things, they all look so small. Got my fingers crossed on a shooting star, just like me.
I promised my mom that I'd come back to Haplin and claim my inheritance. I think it might be in over my head. Don't know if I can finish what I've started.
Does the hammer have something to do with your inheritance?
It does.
So, this jailbird thing, a deal breaker or what?
Well, I don't know how long I'm gonna be in town, but while I'm here, the deal's not broken.
Rockin' good news. Some things you gotta see through, Henley. No time for regrets in this life. But plenty of time for waffles.
TC, just got a match on the fingerprints. You were right, it's not Rachel. But you're not gonna believe who they do belong to. Lauren Ward, the Magic Man's first victim.
You have to excuse us, Sheriff. It's just that we spent the last 12 years without a single sign of Lauren, and now...
I understand how difficult this is for you to hear. But I asked Doc Pete to come in and explain what he found when he examined your daughter's hand. Doc.
Mr. Ward, Mrs. Ward. The cuts across the wrist were definitely pre-mortem wounds. Meaning that Lauren was still alive at the time that the hand was severed.
When was that?
Approximately 48 hours ago.
Did you hear that, Sarah? Our baby's still alive. This is good news.
She's alive.
No, we can't know that for sure.
The doc just said.
He said she was alive 48 hours ago.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you so much. There's still a hope.
Laura Ward's severed hand was found at the bread factory today. And she was alive when it was removed.
She was alive. Never occurred to me they might be still out there somewhere alive.
You and me both. Rachel works at the bread factory. Tell me that's not just a coincidence.
The switch.
The what?
The switch, the central principle of sleight of hand. The switch. He has exchanged one object for another. Where are we going?
Back to the beginning.
What's this place?
It's called The Pit. It's a popular drinking spot for the high school crowd. It's also where Lauren Ward was kidnapped. She's just out here partying with a group of friends when she just vanished. Well, what you said is true about going back to the beginning. This is exactly where we need to be looking. This is where it all started.
Good thing you had these torches in the truck.
Torches, you mean flashlights?
I guess that's an English thing like dodgy, crisps, chinwag.
What the heck's a chinwag?
Light, inconsequential conversation.
Oh, God. What was that?
No idea.
I've seen that bird before.
Another moment in horror films. Just before the monster rears its ugly head.
Yeah?
Prepare for the rearing.
Whoa, don't shoot!
Oh, jeez, root beer.
What are you guys doing out here?
That's a long story. God. Root beer, I thought you were at my house.
What do you mean? Shell said you called the station and told them to send all officers home and come meet you at the pit.
If you're here, who's watching Georgia and Emma? Oh, God, he's in my house. He's in my house. Georgia, I need you to listen to me carefully. Get Emma and get out of the house right now. No, just get out of the house!
Okay, Embassy, we're gonna go for a walk. See Mr. Packer, he made us some hot chocolate. Go get your coat, sweetie. What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you, and I don't care who sees me seeing you anymore. And neither should you.
We gotta get out of here.
Root beer, make sure George and Emma got to Packer's house. Hobbs, around back! Rachel.
Now, the last time we had a forced entry, Johnny really messed up on the prints.
I remember waiting outside of the Jumbie Castle for Emma, and suddenly everything went black. And the next thing I know, I was here in the bathtub. I don't know where I went, Tommy. I don't
down to the station if you're feeling up to it, and we can talk about it some more, okay?
Mommy, will you tuck me in the bed?
Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah. All right, come on. Let's go upstairs. Let's go.
Oh no, my rings, they're gone.
Hey, don't worry. It'll turn up. Come on.
Tommy, I just wanted to tell you how glad I am that Rachel's safe.
You shouldn't be here, Dave.
It's a hell of a thing, huh? Yeah, it sure is. I'm just surprised we even got her back. Well, I'll see you, Roger.
How those spruce saplings shaping up?
What spruce saplings?
Oh, my bad. I was thinking of Sully down the donut shop. He's planting spruce saplings.
Oh.
Yeah, I get all you big guys confused. The contributor fattening me up.
Okay.
Where have you been the last 2 days?
Around, I guess.
I thought you promised you would never deal at the house. I just saw your new friend leaving.
What are you talking about? I've been alone all day. When did you become such a snoop? Tell you what, why don't you snoop on into the kitchen there and give me a candy bar? Something with nuts.
Well, that was invigorating.
Yeah, I was gonna say intense.
I underestimated you, Sheriff. You certainly proved your worth today.
I led you to a greenhouse in the middle of nowhere while the magic man was invading my house. How exactly is that proving my worth?
If we hadn't gone back to the beginning, back to where Lauren Ward was kidnapped, he never would have given Rachel back. He needed us looking one way, so he went another in order for his trick to be complete.
So what? I mean, now we're a part of his game?
Perhaps. Unless, of course, Rachel's return means he's changed his game altogether, which is what I'm most afraid of.
How do you know so much about the magic man?
Because he's caused me great personal pain. Don't be too sure, Sheriff, that the magic man's reach doesn't go beyond the Haplin County line.
What does that mean?
Or another time. Your wife is back. Go tend to her. I look forward to our next chat. Or chinwag.
I'm afraid I've always known this day would arrive.
I know this is worth quite a bit to you. I want $250,000 or I'll be handing it over to the police.
I understand. I'll be in touch.
Radio me if you need anything.
Hey, you called for us, TC?
Lauren Ward is still alive, which means the other victims may very well be still alive, too. My father did what he could, but he was looking for patterns where there were none. We need to start looking at this stuff with fresh eyes. We're gonna get him before he can claim another one of our loved ones. Mark my words. We are gonna find the magic man.